It was Christmas, and this mean little kid wanted a new bike. And his mom told him that as bad as he had been, he shouldn't write to Santa, but should go right to the top and write to Jesus. So she sent him to his room to write the letter. And first he wrote, "Dear Jesus, I've been a very good boy." And then he stopped because he knew Jesus is no better than that. So he tore that up and he wrote, "Dear Jesus, I've been a pretty good..." And then he stopped and he tore that up because he knew Jesus was no better than that too. So he went for a walk to think it over, and down the street he saw a nativity scene. And he runs into the yard and grabs the statue of Mary and runs home, throws it under the bed and begins to write, "Dear Jesus, if you ever want to see your mother again, there better be a new bike under the tree."
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Country Music Time Machine. Right now, as you can see with my silly Santa hat, we're going to get a little Christmas crazy as we celebrate some of the craziest Christmas songs ever made. I thank you so much for tuning in, and if you haven't already, you can give me a Christmas gift. That's right. I want a Christmas gift from you, but it won't cost you a thing. All you got to do is subscribe to the Country Music Time Machine, and that'll sure enough get me in the Christmas mood. Our first Christmas song has been mentioned a lot during our Crazy Country Song series. The height of the career of Joe Diffie was the 90s, and he released many hit songs. In 1995, he released his Christmas album. It was called Mr. Christmas. While most of the songs on the album were traditional Christmas or praise songs, he did have a crazy one, and we all love it. It's called Leroy, the Redneck Reindeer.
Well, you've all heard the story about Rudolph and his nose, but I'll tell you a Christmas tale that never has been told. Well, you may think you've heard it all, but you ain't heard nothing yet about that crazy Christmas that the North Pole can't forget. Rudolph was under the weather. He had to call in sick, so he got on the horn to his cousin Leroy, who lived out in the sticks. He said, "Santa's really counting on me, and I hate to pass the buck." Leroy said, "Hey, I'm on my way," and he jumped in his pickup truck. When Leroy got to the North Pole, all the reindeer snickered and laughed. They'd never seen a deer in overalls and a John Deere tractor hat. But Santa stepped in and said, "Just calm down, 'cause we've all got a job to do. And like it or not, Leroy's in charge, and he's gonna be leading you." And it was Leroy, the redneck reindeer, hooked to the front of the sleigh, delivering toys to all the good old boys and girls along the way. He's just a down-home party animal, two-stepping across the sky. He makes jingle bells with a rebel yell and made history that night.
Another fellow we love that has a crazy Christmas country song is Alan Jackson. In 1993, he released his first Christmas album called Honky Tonk Christmas. It has many great songs, including Please Daddy Don't Get Drunk This Christmas. But right now, let's hear a little bit of the crazy song, Santa's Gonna Come in a Pickup Truck.
Well, I've been sort of worried about Santa Claus this year.
You're worried? My wife's riding on this delivery.
'Cause we live way down south and it didn't snow down here. But I'm telling you not to worry, 'cause I just got the word. Everybody listen closely and I'll tell you what I heard.
What?
Santa's coming in a pickup instead of his trusty sleigh. He'll have a truck instead of a reindeer to carry him on his way. 'Cause the weatherman had some problems. He couldn't get snow, you see. Santa's gonna come in a pickup truck when he visits you and me.
Now, if you pay attention to the news, especially here lately, there's a lot of info about millions of people crossing over the U.S. border, illegally immigrating into the United States. Now, that has been a problem for many years, but in 2012, country singer Kevin Fowler teamed up with the great deep voice of Ray Benson. No, I can't do Ray Benson's voice. And together they released Santa Got Busted by the Border Patrol. Let's check it out.
The judge said, no, this just ain't right. Who the hell would bust Santa on Christmas night? He swung his gavel and said, case dismissed. Keep flying high, get the toys to those kids.
Santa got busted by the Border Patrol, coming into Texas trying to leave Mexico. His eyes were redder than old Rudolph's nose. Santa got busted by the Border Patrol. Santa got busted by the Border Patrol. 85 miles east of El Paso. If you're coming into Texas, find another way to go. Santa got busted by the Border Patrol. Santa got busted by the Border Patrol.
You know, when I grew up, my family listened to a lot of Christmas music. If you want to check out some of the best non-crazy Christmas country songs, check out the special episode, All-Time Country Christmas Greats. That link should be right here or up there somewhere. As a kid, we always had good Christmas songs from Buck Owens, and we had plenty of them. We also listened to the Partridge Family, probably because my sisters were in love with David Cassidy, the love of their lives. The Partridge Family were not doing country songs, but the next one is one that has had some country versions of it released. I Saw Mommy Kissin' Santa Claus was first released back in 1952, but has been recorded many times since then. Now, I personally love the non-country Jackson 5 version of this song, but a great country version came from the country queen Dolly Parton. She released it in 2020, so here is a little bit of I Saw Mommy Kissin' Santa Claus from Dolly.
You're not gonna believe what I saw. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't hear me creep down the stairs to have a peek. She thought that I was tucked up in my bedroom fast asleep. Then I saw Mommy tickle Santa Claus underneath his beard so snowy white. What a laugh it would have been if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night.
You know, when I was a little boy, many, many years ago, we always had cookies on the table for Santa. But here is a crazy Christmas song where it wasn't cookies that was the reward for Santa. It was beer. In 2023, great country singer John Party. Are you looking at me, John? I'll try not to be nervous. Well, John had a little fun with the next song. Let's leave a cold one out for jolly old Saint Nick.
Tonight's the night that Santa comes. Around the world the reindeer run, bringing joy to all the kids. Most leave him milk and chocolate chips. Tonight I'm leaving beer out for Santa. Trade the cookies for the koozie full of cheers. When he slides down the chimney with the presents, there'll be a cold one waiting on him this year. Yeah, I know he's working up a sweat this Christmas, riding round and round and round from roof to roof. So tonight I'm leaving beer out for Santa. Yeah, I might stay up and have one with him too.
Well, we all know what happens if Santa drinks too much beer. He might end up in jail. In 1986, Santa Got a DWI was released by South Dakota's Sherwin Linton. In Tennessee, I think we call it DUI, but some states have different rules, whether it's DWI or DUI. But it's never good when old Santa gets busted for Christmas.
Santa won't be back next Christmas Eve. It sounds strange, I know, it's hard to believe, but the state patrol's watching everybody these days. He was weaving in the sky in his reindeer sleigh. So they radioed to every cop in the state that it was only a matter of minutes to wait. When he landed on a housetop, there they were, telling Santa to exhale in a breathalyzer. But Santa refused to take the breathalyzer test. In that case, buddy, you're under arrest. They frisked him where he landed on that little housetop, found a miniature bottle of a peppermint schnapps. Santa got a DWI for wheeling around in the sky. Believe me, I wouldn't lie. Whoa, Santa got a DWI.
Some crazy country songs can be quite annoying, especially if you hear them over and over and over again. I have one of those coming up. This next song could be considered annoying if you hear it 12,000 times during Christmas, especially from Madonna. It can be irritating, but a great country version of the song came out. Santa Baby came from the wonderful Kelly Pickler.
Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you check off my Christmas list. Santa baby, I want a yacht, and really that's not a lot. Been an angel all year, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Now, I did mention earlier my love for Buck Owens, especially Buck Owens' Christmas songs. This next song is a great one from Buck and his Buckaroos. Many artists have released this song, including a great version from Brad Paisley. But the best version is the one from Buck. This is an old video, so I apologize for the quality, but it's still a great song. Let's head back to the Jimmy Dean Show in 1965, I think, with Santa Looked a Lot Like Daddy.
Santa looked a lot like Daddy, and Daddy looked a lot like him. It's not the way I had him pictured. Santa wasn't much too thin. It didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Santa looked a lot like Daddy, and Daddy looked a lot like him. Well, they thought I was fast asleep in. They thought I was tucked in bed. They never thought that I'd come a peeping, or that I'd hear what was said. Santa put his arm around Mama, and Mama put her arm around him. So if Santa Claus ain't Daddy, then I'm gonna tell on them. Well, Santa looked a lot like Daddy, and Daddy looked a lot like him. That's not the way I had him pictured. Santa wasn't much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Santa looked a lot like Daddy, and Daddy looked a lot like him.
When you think of Christmas songs, you usually don't think of the beach and summertime. But some places on Earth are blessed with summer weather all year long, and they still celebrate Christmas. And if you want a great summer-like Christmas song, Kenny Chesney can provide what you need. In 2003, Kenny released an entire Christmas album. Most of the songs were traditional ones on the album, but not this one. Here's Kenny with All I Want for Christmas is a Real Good Tan.
Ooh, don't you think it's a pretty good plan? All I want for Christmas is a real good tan. All I want for Christmas is a real good tan. Take me to the islands, put my feet in the sand, rocking to and fro with the rhythm of the ocean, singing Silent Night with the palm trees a-blowing. Ooh, don't you think it's a pretty good plan? All I want for Christmas is a real good tan.
Now, if you were to crown the most annoying Christmas song ever made, this song might win the award. Some folks love it and some folks hate it, but it was a huge Christmas hit back in the day, and it is really a funny song. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer was originally released in 1979, and its popularity grew. While it is a novelty song, it has been reworked by multiple artists, and some of these titles are crazy. There was Grandpa Got Run Over by a Beer Truck by the Youpers in 1993. Cletus T. Judd released a parody called Grandpa Got Run Over by a John Deere in 96. Stan Borison sings a Norwegian-American version called Lena Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Two Live Jews released a parody titled Moisha Got Run Over by a Wheelchair on their 1998 album, and even more song titles based on the original song. Check these out. Grandma Got Molested at the Airport. Grandma Got Dismembered by a Chainsaw. Santa Got Run Over by a Grandma. And even Grandpa Got Run Over by a Hybrid. Yes, I think this has gotten totally out of control.
Now we're all so proud of Grandpa. He's been taking this so well. See him in there watching football, drinking beer and playing cards with Cousin Mel. It's not Christmas without Grandma. All the family's dressed in black, and we just can't help but wonder, should we open up her gifts or send them back?
Send them back!
Grandma got run over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Sing it, LaGuardia! Grandma got run over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Merry Christmas!
For Christmas, a lot of families spend it together with a great turkey or ham, but not everybody. Waffle House is one of the few establishments that do open on Christmas Day. If you have nowhere to go for Christmas, the Waffle House will probably be open. In 2018, country legend Bill Anderson released this song. A few of his friends joined in with him at the Waffle House.
Mama burned the turkey and Daddy set the tree on fire. Dogs started barking, the kids started crying like an out-of-tune Christmas choir. Sister grabbed the baby, Becky grabbed Bubba, and Bubba grabbed a six-pack of beer. We headed for the motel, I guess Norman Rockwell won't be painting us this year. It's gonna be a good old-fashioned Waffle House Christmas. 27 brand new friends, all having dinner with us, joining our hands, bowing our heads over grits and eggs and raisin bread, Somebody please pass the butter. Susie, don't hit your brother, don't sass your mother. Waffle House Christmas.
And finally, our last song will be a crazy Christmas song from a fellow that many people believe deserves to be crowned the king of country music comedy. Talking about Ray Stevens. Maybe his biggest crazy country Christmas song was first released as a single way back in 1962. He has re-recorded it a bunch of times since then and even made a music video for it. Watch out, folks. Santa Claus is watching you.
Now, baby doll, sweetie pie, sugar plum, honey bun, angel face, you know you better be good. And act like a true fine lover should. Be careful what you say and do. 'Cause Santa Claus is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. You better kiss me and hold me tight. And give me good loving every night. 'Cause you'll be sorry if you make me blue. 'Cause Santa Claus is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. Well, you may think you can sneak around and get away with something, but there ain't no way. 'Cause Santa's no fool, he's real super cool. He's the secret head of CIA. East, ass, and crime don't pay. You can't do nothing 'cause you're never alone. He's even got a wiretap on your phone. So, baby, if you ever do me wrong, break my heart and leave me alone. When Christmas comes, you'll be crying too. 'Cause Santa Claus is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. Well, every Christmas Eve, he'd climb on his sled full of toys with the dual exhaust, side mirrors, the foxtails, mud flaps, and leopard skin seat covers, and spread Christmas cheer to all good little girls and boys. And it's the own Dasher, Dancer, and Prancer, and Vixen, Comet, and Cupid, and Donner, and Blitzen, and Bruce, and Marvin, and Leon, and Cletus, and George, and Bill, and Slick, and Do-Right, and Fred, and Ace, and Clyde, and Blackie, and Prince, and Spot, and Rover. So where's Rudolph? Say he's on a stake out at your house. You can run, you can hide, but you can't get away. Got binoculars focused on you every day. So, baby, if you ever do me wrong, break my heart and leave me alone. When Christmas comes, you'll be crying too. 'Cause Santa Claus is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. Yes, Santa Claus is watching you. He's everywhere, Lord have mercy. Santa Claus has got his eyes all over you, baby. It's over for you. You better watch out. Woo, look out there. Santa Claus is peeping around the corner at you. You are in deep trouble, you know that? It's over for your kind. You go sneaking around here, you ain't gonna get away with it, you understand? I mean, you got to be true blue through and through, 'cause Santa's gonna get you.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was my Christmas gift to you. I just played an entire song, which is a very strange thing for me to do. Folks, let's all try to remember the real reason we should be celebrating Christmas, not for all the presents and all the commercial stuff. And let's all try to spread some joy and peace this Christmas. From my family to yours, we wish you a very Merry Christmas. This is Kevin. Let's keep it country right here on the Country Music Time Machine.